Kia ora, my name is Lucas, and I just wanted to make a video to put life in a perspective with simplicity. Now, we all have a life, right? We have all had a childhood, and when I say childhood, I mean we've all been children. Unfortunately, some people haven't experienced a childhood, and that's quite sad. But we won't get into that. That could be another video. Nah, but I just wanted to share my simplistic views of life, pardon, with you. Um, so we've all had a childhood, and in our childhoods we get conditioned. Whether or not people intend to condition children, it automatically happens. You know, with what children consume, with what their environment um, consists of, what's in the environment, um, the things that get shown to us, the events that happen in our lives as children, all of these unique things condition us. Whether that has a positive or a negative impact on us, it's still a conditioning. And I think, uh, our teenage years, the transition from being a child to a teenager, and then the transition from a teenager into an adult, um, it all holds conditioning. We go through this life as a child, and this whole life we go through, and we observe, and as we observe, we pick up little things from different people, from different experiences, and that creates us. That creates our perspective. Um, whether whether things open our minds up or whether they close our minds off, it's still we're being conditioned from everything, from everything on here these days, especially everything on our phones. It's conditioning, and to be conscious of it is the first step. So now that you're conscious of it, you can do something about that. I have been able to uncondition myself and condition myself in a way that I see as positive, in a way that I see can help people, in a way that I see is based from love. The foundation of my conditioning now, as I've rewired my own brain, is love. I want connection, I want authenticity from people. These are some basic needs. Um, it's all about rewiring your beliefs, your perspectives, your conditioning. So in order to create a positive experience for yourself, and in order to do this though, requires healing and acceptance and forgiveness, for yourself and others as well. Um, it's to take responsibility and to not blame anyone for the conditionings that have taken place in your life. It's to not point fingers. It's to take responsibility that this is my life. It has in the past been like this, but now I'm conscious, and now I can start creating the life that I want for myself. And we all go through this experience. Uh, we all learn, we all love, we all hurt, um, but within all of that, we grow. And to allow yourself to grow and to keep evolving as a human being, in this experience that we are gifted, to continue to grow and evolve is the greatest thing you could ever do for yourself. Because to stay stagnant and to keep repeating the cycles of your life, um, to have things come up in your mind saying you should do and think and say, and to live differently, to keep ignoring that little voice in your mind, all these thoughts, voiced thoughts, whatever you want to call it, they come in the form of thoughts when I say voices. um, when you keep ignoring that inner voice that screams for change, that screams for a better life for yourself, when you keep ignoring that, you're showing yourself the self-worth that you have. You're showing yourself that you don't matter. But I could say right now, each and every one in this world matters. We all play a part in this bigger picture. You know, you can't do a puzzle if you're missing a piece. You know? Humans here, there's so many of us. We have so much in common. You know, we all think that we're unique in our experiences. But we're unique in our appearances and how we look, but not in our experiences. Quote me on that. I could have said it a different way, but oh, we'll leave it. But so we're unique in our appearances, but not in our experiences, and that's beautiful because it's quite comforting to know. So we can all relate, you know. That's why I like doing these videos because I know that we can all relate. I'm an observer, and I know we all are, but for a majority of my life, instead of speaking, I've been observing. I've been one of those quiet people. But times are changing. I'm learning to use my voice. I'm learning to listen to within. Um, I'm learning to love myself, to love the child in me that never got loved in the way that I needed growing up. I'm the person to take responsibility now. I'm the person that will love myself whole. I am the person that's not going to look out externally and ask people to love me. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm worthy of my own love, and I know I love hard. And I've loved so many people more than I've ever loved myself. And I have lived my whole life. I'm 27 now. I've lived my whole life loving and living for other people, but not anymore. And I've lost a lot of people because of it, because I've stopped loving them more than I love myself. Well, not, I haven't stopped loving them, but I've stopped putting them first. And that's caused me to lose almost everyone in my life, apart from a couple of people. So, and that's okay because, you know, when these people drift off and they, you know, we all go our own ways, that's valid, it's okay. You know, just because you don't align or you're not on the same level as other people, it's okay. Because when you're alone, it's just, you have more space for the right people to come in. And that's exciting. I'm quite excited. It's really exciting because you're able to take each new day as an opportunity to start fresh, clean slate. You get to every day is a chance to is a new chance to step into your higher self. And when I say higher self, your dream self, your self If you imagine going to heaven, right, as an example, if you believe in heaven, it's okay if you don't, doesn't matter. Imagine going to heaven and everything's perfect. Whatever your version of perfect is, that's how it will be. But the person you are there in heaven, the best version of you you could ever be, that's what I mean by your higher self. The most kindest, the most loving, the most funny, the most compassionate, brave. This person, your higher self. That's what I'm talking about. So I urge you, if any of this has made sense, I urge you to learn more about yourself. Because one day, I was struggling and drowning in a lot of darkness. And I was able to see that I wasn't the person that I wanted to be. The life I was living was not a life that I wanted to live. And instead of drowning my pain in external things, whether that be substances, alcohol, drugs, whether it be sex, whether it be overeating or eating really unhealthy or being lazy, not exercising, all these things weren't good for me. But I was too far in the darkness to see that. We are all worthy of picking ourselves up and starting fresh on a new day. Every day is an opportunity for that, and I can't stress it enough. Keep learning about yourself, because I started learning about myself because I realised I had no hobbies. I didn't know what I enjoyed in this life. I was in survival. Most of my life has been survival, and I'm still learning to come out of that. We owe it to ourselves to pick ourselves up, because no one else will, to help ourselves. I screamed when I was at the bottom of this earth. That's what I felt like. When I was at the bottom of this earth, without anyone around me to help me. When I was screaming so fucking loud because I just didn't want to be here anymore. I wanted to escape. No one was there. No one was there. I had to scream for help. And no one was there. And I can really empathize and sympathize with everyone that has been in that position. It's not nice. I wish for no one to feel that alone. But what did I do? Even if it was that littlest, tiny little bit of hope inside of me, I found it. Through my writing. I kept writing and writing and writing. No matter how dark these words were, it had to come out. It was my truth. It had to come out. And that was my saviour. I started seeing the bigger picture. That I was the one that had to help myself. And so I did. I started trying so many different things. I started writing, I started painting, I started doing fire spinning. I started discovering the things that I did not like doing, the things that I loved doing, the things. And when you do these things and try different things in life, you just notice how you're feeling inside your body. You notice if the smile is on your face permanently. There are signs, and you'll know the differences when they happen. You'll know. Because it's you. No one knows you better than you. And to keep learning about yourself, to keep evolving, to try find the favourite foods that you like. What foods do I like? What foods don't I like? When I eat this food, how does my body feel? Our bodies and our minds are telling us so much information about what's good for us and what isn't. What's going to benefit us for what we want in our future and what is not. And then after you find out what you like doing and what you love doing in your life, there is your chance to discover your purpose, your dreams. What makes your cogs keep spinning? For me, if you don't have a clue, that's okay, because you can discover yourself each and every day. Try, look, feel, say, do, hear something different each and every day, because that's your opportunity to discover and learn about yourself. And then once you learn about yourself, you're able to evolve. You're able to evolve into who you want to be, because that's important. You're important. Fact. You're important and you're worthy of love. No matter what you've seen, no matter what you've done, no matter what you've heard, no matter what you've said, you're worthy of love. Because as I've said at the start of the video, we weren't in control of how our childhoods went. And no one is to blame. Because this is you. This is the people before you. Your parents. This is your parents' parents, and so on and so on. Way back here, they did not know the knowledge that we have right now. So they conditioned their children, and it was all unconscious. Until now it's come down to me, and it's become conscious. When you are consciously aware, you are able to do something about it. To not blame, to accept your position in this life, and to move on and carry on. So then your children can start fresh. No generational traumas and conditionings coming down to them, because you have taken your life into your own hands, literally. You know how to save yourself, you know how to pick yourself up, to heal yourself, to evolve, to see what's wrong or right. Well, no, let's not say wrong or right, because okay. To see what will benefit you and to see what will not. To see what's positive for you and what is not. Your life is in your hands. And when you come to this point in your life where it's conscious, your children are gonna shine. They're gonna be able to understand their emotions. They're going to be able to be kind, to know the difference between everything. There's so much I can say about this, but you owe it to yourself to save yourself, to be the best version of you that you can be. And if you've ever heard of the ripple effect, as soon as you take your life into your own hands, other people, they witness you. As you're going through each and every day of your life, the people that pass you on the street, the people that drive past you, the people that see you living the way you live, are going to be inspired. That ripple effect of you living consciously and growing and discovering what you like doing and to enjoy, that's having a major ripple effect, and you won't even be able to see the effect that it has. The things that you say, the words that you say, how you say what you say, the things you do and why you do what you do, that is going to have an astounding ripple effect on this whole universe as you know it. And I just can't express that enough. It's beautiful. So, go out there, discover what it is you like doing. Be kind, spread your love, spread your light. Because this world, we all know the darkness in this world. But it's not time to give that darkness any more energy. It's time to look at the light, to find the light wherever it is within. No matter how deep or how far down within you that it is, find it, hold it, and never let it go. Never lose sight of the light. Please. You deserve to live in the light. We deserve to bring the light to this life, to everyone's experiences. We all deserve to be seen and heard and understood. But in order to do that for everyone else and for the world, because I am someone that wants to help everyone in the world, and I always have since I was a little child. But in order to do that for everyone else, I've had to do it for myself first, and I haven't... Yeah, I've helped people before, but I've never helped anyone as much as I've helped people from doing what I do with myself, from being an example, from spreading that ripple effect through how it is I am, and through what it is I do. Like this video, I feel it's so crucial. It has such beautiful information in it. And I feel like this has come straight through. I've got a page right here full of information, but yes, I've glanced to it every now and then, but this is coming through from source, from my higher self. Because I know what is good and what is not. Conscious living, man. Love yourself, spread the light. I send you so much love. I hope you feel that. Go out there and spread your light. Be a beam of light for people that are looking. But also know at the same time it's not up to you to save everyone else. It's up to you to save yourself. Because once you've saved yourself, that's when the magic starts happening. Peace and love. See ya.